phone register here, and I have a lot of activity on the X99 Asus Deluxe motherboard review, and I wanted to thank all of you guys for uh, coming in, commenting, and helping with it. I haven't heard of any official information from Asus that resolves the problem with the USB boot hang issue or USB device recognition issue. If any of you have, please reply in the comments below and let us know. We do have a few of our users that have posted confirmation of a solution. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump down to recognize those users that have been helping with that. Boot and disabled USB at startup to work around the problem. But one of the things that I found is that by disabling the USB devices, you can't hit any buttons on your keyboard to get into the BIOS if you need to. So that's a little inconvenient, forcing you to do a reset if you need to do some things. So he did talk to Asus tech support and found that they really weren't very helpful at all. It'd be nice if they could offer a BIOS update. Now, what is interesting is that Asus themselves apparently, and I haven't searched extensively for this because I don't want to spend any more time than I've already spent on this problem. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Hasn't posted an official support update or comment officially stating that upping it to 1.2 volts will resolve the problem. It does make sense. It does seem to me to be some kind of under voltage issue. And perhaps it is a spec. Perhaps it's standard USB usage that it only can provide so much voltage. But what's interesting is that upgrading to the MSI motherboard, which I can't speak highly enough of, it's been a wonderful, wonderful product. I haven't been paid by Asus. I haven't been paid by MSI. As a matter of fact, I haven't been paid by any manufacturer. So this is just me freeforming to let you know what my experience is. I certainly hope that Asus is watching this and MSI is watching this, and that they can use this for quality control to fix these issues and perhaps get motivated to do an update for all of their customers who spent a lot of money on the Asus X99 Deluxe and potentially having this USB problem, which makes it kind of a paperweight. Frankly, I pay for that much, pay that much for a motherboard, and I expect it to work out of the box. And Sleepy21 says the same thing. For a $300 board, you usually would expect it to be perfect. Thanks. He's going to go ahead and look at the MSI and pick that up. So I'm glad, Sleepy, that I could help you out. Let's see who else, if anybody else was able to check the voltage and see what's going on. So Finsk's 3 up the CPIO voltage from 1.05 to 1.125, and he says it has completely fixed the issue. So your mileage may vary. I used to overclock, but the CPUs are so darn fast now, and with the video cards and all that kind of stuff, 5-10% on super fast is still super fast, and I don't notice a huge increase in gaming frame rates and stuff like that. Now, a lot of you are probably going to think that's sacrilege, and I totally get the overclocking thing. I'm just to a point now where I just want to plug the CPU in, I want to plug my motherboard in, I want to plug my hard drives in, and all of my millions of USB devices, and just have them work. I don't want to deal with wondering if something crashed because of a overclock or something like that. It's just not worth it to me. To you guys, and to a lot of hobbyist CPU guys, and even guys who use their computers every day for serious gaming, serious business, stuff like that, overclocking is a great way to get some extra speed. Totally understand it and support it. I think it's something that is fantastic. I just don't do it, and I'm letting you know so that you know that it is an overclocking issue that's causing the problem. Also, when you're messing with the CPU voltages, you are going out of spec, and I don't know, there's rumors that the electrons get pounded into the CPU and it causes the CPU to die earlier. And right now, with the way CPUs are going, CPUs are going to need to last 2, 3, 4 years. When I had the X79, did I really need to go to the X99 and all that additional expense for the motherboards, Asus and an MSI and memory? Probably not, but I wanted to, so I did. So Finsk3, thank you very much for verifying that. Slicker55, thanks so much for commenting. I really appreciate it. I mean, everybody's been very nice and helpful. I noticed a couple of you did some downvotes. I apologize if I missed something in the video. Drop me a line. Let me know what I can do to make it better. I also understand, maybe I'm banging a little bit on Asus, but I spent $300+, and that motherboard's a paperweight. It's literally sitting right there. I can see it right here. I mean, it's sitting there. I'll probably end up putting it in, some other system that doesn't have as many USB devices, NAS server or video server. Who knows? I don't know. It does seem to work when, you don't have a whole lot of USB devices. Let's see. Who else commented here? Let's see. I think that's it. Daryl Rasai, thanks for posting. Hopefully I'm getting your names right. Louis Amendola, Stevie Hero L, Tidal Wave Media, much appreciated. He's stating that he hasn't had any issues with his Asus motherboard, and that's fantastic. I really am happy that it's working well. Russert Spooling, Evermods, Arcantos, and so on, have really spent some time posting on this motherboard. I do also want to call out, and you guys should check this guy out, Reckless Yuki. He's got a video channel, and he is the one who first posted that there were problems. And I have to comment that it's wonderful when the community actually posts problems with the issue so that you can verify that it isn't just you. So many times with CPUs and things like that, you think that, oh, it must be something in my software, it must be something in my Windows installation, it must be something, so on and so forth. And Reckless Yuki actually posted a great video detailing the issue and sharing the fact that he was experiencing the issue too. So go check his video out too. He may have other comments there. And Reckless Yuki, thank you very much for your post. Much appreciated. And guys, I can't say enough about the MSI, the MSI X99S SLI crate. I don't even know. Crate, K-R-A-I-T. Marketing, guys. Having some fun, But anyway, the motherboard works. It's been a champ. Have not had any issues. I've been plugging in USB devices like mad, and everything has been working. So rock solid performer. I'm still using it since the prior video, and kudos to MSI for their motherboard. One big difference that I did notice in the two motherboards, the Asus motherboard has 2 NICs on it, I believe, and the MSI has 1 NIC. I did run into an issue where I could have used 2 NICs. So I use Hyper-V quite a bit for many different servers and systems, Ubuntu and Windows and so on and so forth. And it would have been nice to use 1 NIC for the Hyper-V switch so that all the traffic goes through there and I'm not running a bunch of extra traffic through a Hyper-V switch. And running my standard internet and gaming through the other NIC, so that supposedly I wouldn't have extra software layers and stuff like that and slowed things down. So do be aware of that difference, although I still would steer away from Asus. I still am irritated the fact that I haven't seen a lot of information saying that they're doing anything about this issue. Guys, keep gaming, and make sure you post about your hardware. If it's not working, let's talk about it. Thank you very much.